What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you stopping by, spending a few minutes of your time here with me today. Bro, what a day to be alive. It was a good day. I'm going to go over with you today the trades I took on the US30 so you can better learn to identify these things for yourself on your own. But before we get into the charts, I've had enough people ask me that I'm considering opening or starting like a Discord channel or a Telegram group, somewhere that we can all easily access and communicate with each other. And because right now I can't really live stream on YouTube because of my current situation, but I'd be more than willing to have an audio channel open and be talking you through it. All you have to do is have your charts open, you know what I mean? And I'll talk you through what I'm looking at, what I'm seeing. And it's not an opportunity for you to trade alongside of me or try to copy my trades, because these trades happen quick. You'd really have to be on the ball, right? It's more like an opportunity for you to sit back and absorb some things and try to learn some things, without putting anything at risk, just to have maybe a slightly better understanding of things, okay? So without further ado, let's get into the meat of today's video. But I'm going to ask you to stay until the end, because we're going to go over the chart, go over the trade, and then at the end I'm going to give you, a little tip to avoid losing, okay? And identifying these trades precisely, like your entries and stuff like this, okay? So this is the trade that I took. You can see there's actually two trades on here, and that's because I like to take profit, okay? So I entered right here and took profit, and then I re-entered this market here and took profit, all right? Now, when I'm trading, I don't have all of these markups on my chart, okay? There's nothing on my charts. I have marked these up for you just so you can see, but this is the current low of the day from London, and this is where we began sort of the pump up, okay, into the New York session. Here's the 8 a.m. low. This is actually slightly before 8 a.m., but it's just the most recent low by the time we get here to 9:30, okay? And here's our most recent high. So you can see that in the first 5 minutes, we had the 9:30 open. In the first 5 minutes, we spike up through into the high of the day, okay, and then pull back. We come back up here and reject, but we only want to trade from three levels, okay? The high of the day, the low of the day, or the previous day's closing price. Now, if I'm taking this setup from the high of the day to low of the day, okay, at some point we're going to hit yesterday's closing price. That's going to be somewhat of a target, okay, closing price. But that's what this is essentially. High of the session to low of the session, high of the day to low of the day, whatever you want to call it. You can see that I was out early. That's because once I hit a certain percentage on my account, I'm done. I shut the screens off. I could care less about what happens for the rest of the day. I did what I came to do, okay? And that's important to me. It's important to me to shut this thing down, okay? But 15 minutes after the open, we have our M pattern at the high of the day, okay? Alerting us to this opportunity here. That's where I'm getting in the market, all right? I need to see that. A lot of the times this market might move. Okay, so this is the trade, and we're getting into sort of like the tip for you to always remember, okay? Because the most common way to lose on these trades is an early entry, okay? So this is what the entire day looked like up until 9 o'clock, all right? We have the open, and this is where we are at 9 o'clock. Here's our London low. Here's our Tokyo low. So here's that London low that we begin that grind up into the session, okay? Here's what you have right at 9:30. This last green candle all the way on the right, that's our 9:30 open, all right? So you can see here we have at 9:29 this price spike down. Sometimes this market will give the trade at 9:30, all right? But if it's going to do that, you need to already see that M pattern over here, okay? We should be, we pull down, whatever, and then we break back up through the high of the day, and then we start putting in this M pattern going right into 930. Maybe we get that price spike up at 930 for the short trade down, right? But that's not what we have going on right here. Right here, we just have this spike down into this breakout level, right? This is the most current high of the day. This is the low that is responsible for this break in structure to the upside, okay? So we pull back into that breakout level before continuing, right? This is what you see at 930. A lot of the times, traders try to take this, right? They know, okay, well, I'm supposed to short this from the high of the day, okay? And as soon as they see this 929 candle, they jump the gun, they get in, they're like, bam, okay, there's my engulfment. That's my entry right there. And then what happens, right? What happens? The market goes against you, stops you out, and then goes in your original intended direction. And you had it right. You just jumped the gun a little bit. So if you're looking for this type of thing, and it's going to happen at 9:30 on the dot, okay, this M formation will occur over here going into that 9:30 candle, right, for the initial short trade. If it's going to happen at 9:30, you're going to see this before 9:30, all right? If you don't see that, then wait 15 minutes, because in a lot of cases, all right, and I learned this through like hard knocks on the head, okay? I would try to take every trade right at 9:30 because that's when I think it's supposed to happen, right? And I would get in, get smashed off my early entry, and then see it work out later on. In between that first 15 minutes, 9:30 to 9:45, oftentimes you'll see the high of the session or the low of the session put in place in that first 15 minutes. So sometimes patience pays. If you don't have this pattern going into 9:30, wait. Just wait and see what we're looking like at 9:45. You can see, this is like 9:43 or something like that. And we have the pattern. And I took this, this is the earliest entry up here, but I took this early entry, I shorted the second leg of the M, okay, and then re-entered for the follow through on that. Okay, and I'm just used to taking profits. That's why it looks like I'm taking profits like precisely. As soon as these things start to pull back even a little bit at the bottom or whatever, I just take my profits, bro, and I'll re-enter with the next opportunity, okay? But as soon as I hit this certain amount that I'm looking for, when I've done my business for the day, I'm shutting the screen off, bro. So the tip for you is to wait for that 15 minutes. If you don't have a pattern going into 9:30, just sit back and wait for 15 minutes and let this thing set up properly for you, okay? Anyway, man, I appreciate y'all. I hope you continue to free your mind.